look at how your kids playing and how they're doing. Are injuries starting to pop up with 4 to 5 practices a week in a game? What if you traded in one of those practices for a 30-40 minute strength training session?
How do we fit this in to what we're doing?
Yeah, I think it goes across all spectrums from youth to professional.
Hmm.
Everything I've read and learned about, it's all kind of approached similarly. So,
Hmm.
um, with youth and us, there's so many things that a program depends on. How much is the athlete playing? Are they sitting around, maybe not doing much? Maybe they're not playing so much right now. Maybe they're on the field 90 minutes. So you got to take these things into account, and
Yeah.
that's where having a good coach comes into play, because sometimes these guys come in and it's like, oh man, dang, I'm so sore. Like, so
Hmm.
I might tweak the program a little bit, and
Hmm.
um, maybe we don't do, again, as many sets.
Yeah.
Maybe, lighten up the load a little bit. I teach my athletes to learn how to lift with a rating of perceived exertion, just based on
Hmm.
how your body's feeling that day,
Yeah.
right? 'Cause say I have something planned at 85, 90% for 3 sets of 1 or 3 sets of 2.
Hmm.
Maybe that's too much for them. So
Yeah.
we lighten the load. Or to the other point is, like, if they're feeling jazzed up, they're ready to go, like
Hmm.
maybe that 80, 85% wasn't going to be, big enough for a stimulus. So maybe you have 10 days off between games or tournaments, and
Hmm.
it's a prime time to um, maybe push it a little bit more.
Yeah.
But so there's a lot of things that you have to take into account
Hmm.
with that program. But
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, youth athletes, right? A lot of them too aren't really familiar with lifting,
Yeah.
so drilling basic strength movements,
Hmm.
you know, is super key to their longevity and
Hmm.
just their whole process of being an athlete and getting stronger over the years, and their
Hmm.
long development. So you can kind of think too, like, just look at how your kids playing and how they're doing. Are injuries starting to pop up with 4 to 5 practices a week in a game? And what if you traded in one of those practices for a 30-40 minute strength training session, right? So, like with my athletes that I train, sometimes we're done 30-45 minutes, and
Hmm.
then stretch it out, work on some mobility drills just to keep the
Hmm.
body fresh and good, and
Hmm.
doing stuff in the gym that gives to them versus taking away.